From the Hero Law Firm Studios, welcome to the Gwinnett Daily Post Podcast. Today is Friday, January 6th, and happy 39th birthday to actress and comedian Kate McKinnon.
I see my old pals, the gray aliens with the big eyes, and I'm hit with the realization, first time I've been on a second date since 2009.
I'm Dan Ratcliffe, and here are your top stories presented by Mall of Georgia Dodge Jeep Chrysler. The Brookwood Band got a once-in-a-lifetime experience marching in the Rose Parade. One of Gwinnett's representatives is among those opposing the election of Kevin McCarthy to U.S. House Speaker. And we get our Gwinnett County sports update presented by Tom Wage's Funeral Home. We'll have all this and more coming up on the Gwinnett Daily Post Podcast.
We sat down with Lauren Livesay and Colin Cappy, second-generation employees at Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep, to talk about their great customers both here in Gwinnett and across the country.
Well, one of my neighbors bought all his cars from us, and when I see him in the morning, I give him a good wave, and I'm very thankful for that. And he continues to want to purchase vehicles from us because of the good experiences he's had.
We have people from out of state that will come back that have been buying cars from us for years that'll drive on in or fly on in, trade in their car, get a new one, and leave. And we have some that are just loyal customers that have been with us for 28, 29 years. But then we have the ones, we have a very big online presence. We've been getting a lot of product, and we've been shipping them out all over the United States.
Mall of Georgia Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Go see them on the lot at 4345 Buford Drive in Buford, or go online and find them at mallofgeorgiachryslerDodgeJeep.com.
You are looking live at one of the grandest venues in American sport, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California.
Although it wasn't necessarily a vacation, the Brookwood High School Bronco Marching Band recently completed a history-making holiday sojourn to Southern California. On January 2nd, the Bronco Marching Band performed in the iconic Rose Parade in Pasadena, California, the first high school ensemble from Gwinnett County to take part in the parade, which has been a holiday tradition for more than 130 years. A collection of more than 330 people, including 215 performers, family, and friends, made the trip to California. It typically takes a band 7 to 8 years to be selected after they apply to perform in the parade. Brookwood had originally applied to take part in the 2018 parade, but the COVID pandemic prevented an earlier trip. Students had to raise about $2,800 each for the trip, which also included visits to Disneyland, Universal Studios, the El Capitan Theater, the Griffith Observatory, and a walking tour of Hollywood movie locations. The Bronco Marching Band was one of only 15 high school marching bands in the parade. They also performed in the 42nd Annual Tournament of Roses Band Fest at Pasadena City College on December 30th. One of the 20 Republican members of Congress who have been backing GOP challengers to U.S. Representative Kevin McCarthy's bid to become Speaker of the House is also one of Gwinnett's 3 congressional representatives. U.S. Representative Andrew Clyde, a Republican, is the only member of Georgia's congressional delegation who's backing U.S. Representative Byron Donalds, a Florida Republican, in the Speaker vote. As of Wednesday afternoon, Congress had voted 6 times over a span of 2 days to elect a speaker, but none of the 3 candidates, including one Democrat, have received the 218 votes needed to become speaker. Republicans make up a narrow majority in the House, but McCarthy, who's been a House Minority Leader for years, has been 17 votes shy of the total needed because 20 Republicans, aligned with the Freedom Caucus, have chosen to support other Republicans for the Speaker's seat. Congress can't conduct any other business, including swearing in its members and setting rules for the chamber, until a Speaker is chosen, leaving the chamber unable to function. This is the first time in a century that a vote on selecting a Speaker has gone to multiple ballots. 2 Norcross residents have been arrested and charged with murder in the death of the Norcross man who was found dead near the doorway of his home last month. Nelson Cisneros died near his home on Stanfield Court in unincorporated Norcross on December 15th. At the time, police said he had been shot, but they had not identified suspects or a motive for his death. On Wednesday, however, police said detectives identified Norcross residents Raquel Rashawn Johnson and Antonio Montez Payne as suspects. They've been charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. Johnson was arrested on December 27th. Payne was arrested on Tuesday. The suspects are being held in the county jail without bond. Rebecca Blankenship, an 8th grade social studies teacher at Berkmar Middle School, was recently named a recipient of the June Bryant Teacher of Promise Award by the Georgia Council for Social Studies. The award recognizes a beginning social studies teacher who shows exceptional promise in the field of teaching social studies. Recipients of the honor must demonstrate efforts toward the improvement of student learning and engagement in social studies and implement activities that demonstrate the beginning of service and foster the development of democratic values and citizenship in the classroom, school, and community. Additionally, the teacher seeks out and uses multiple sources to enhance social studies instruction while engaging in ongoing professional development. During her first 2 years of teaching, Blankenship has demonstrated the ability to develop and implement engaging lessons for students.
It all started with a group of cowboys who broke from the mold and wanted more. 30 years later, the ride continues, and the professional bull riders have never been more ranked.
The best ever! We were here for it!
Don't be a... Join the ride and celebrate 30 years with the PBR live January 21st and 22nd at Gas South Arena in Duluth. Tickets now at PBR.com and AXS.com.
From the water that flows from your tap to the roads you drive on your way to work, Gwinnett County government provides high-quality services to residents every day. Our residents, businesses, schools, local governments, and nonprofits have a long tradition of working together to make Gwinnett the best place to live, work, play, and raise a family. Together, we'll ensure that Gwinnett is a place where everyone thrives. Learn more about county services at GwinnettCounty.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at GwinnettGov.
The Gwinnett Daily Post is giving away a family 4-pack of tickets to see the Atlanta Gladiators. Call 404-997-8655 and leave a voicemail for your chance to win 4 tickets to see the Glads. And now GDP sports editor Will Hammock joins the show for our Gwinnett Sports Update presented by Tom Wages Funeral Home.
And we're back with Will Hammock, the editor of the Gwinnett Daily Post Sports section, and we're here with our Gwinnett Sports Update presented by Tom Wages Funeral Home. And Will, last week it was a big day in Gwinnett as it was signing day for athletes going on to play at the next level of football.
Yeah, it's always exciting here in Gwinnett. We have a lot of kids signed, a lot of the big names signed early. We'll still have an even bigger batch signed in February on the traditional signing day, but most of the hay was in the barn, I guess, as the coaches will say. But a lot of those guys had already committed before signing day. But one big flip on signing day, Jordan Louie, Meadow Creek running back. He's a big-time running back. He chose North Carolina on signing day. He had been a West Virginia commitment for a long time, and then he reopened his commitment and had a lot of top options to consider. Ended up going to North Carolina. Alabama had the big haul on Gwinnett on signing day, signed 3 at Gwinnett, and Georgia's top players, Brookwood quarterback Dylan Lonergan, Beaufort running back Justice Haynes, and then Mill Creek's defensive back Caleb Downs, who's the state's #1 prospect. So probably the top 3 prospects in Gwinnett are all going to Alabama, which was pretty big. Georgia only signed 1 local player this time around, Lawson Lucky, tight end from Norcross. His dad, of course, one of the Lucky triplets that played at Georgia, so he's kind of a legacy there. And Georgia Tech signed 2 guys, both wide receivers from Gwinnett, Zion Taylor from Norcross and Bryce Dobson from Brookwood. Both those guys are speedy guys, not only top wide receivers, but also very good kick returners. So I think they'll have excellent careers down there at Tech.
And it just continues that if you follow any college football team in the South, there's a good chance they have a Gwinnett guy on the team, at least one, probably multiple ones, and that legacy keeps on continuing. We'll stay in the county with football, and Grayson football coach Adam Carter has stepped down.
Yeah, we had heard rumors last year that he was kind of feeling around for jobs, looking where to go, and found a good job at Lowndes. I think that's a good fit for him. He seems like he's a good fit for South Georgia. He coached at Camden County, of course, for a long time, and Lowndes has been a powerhouse in the past, so I'm sure he'll restore him to that powerhouse level. He was head coach at Grayson for 4 years and went 45-9. Went 14-0, won the state championship in 2020 when the pandemic affected the season, and also had a semifinal team in 2021 and quarterfinal teams in 2019 and 2022. Of course, had a lot of talent over there at Grayson too, and I think he's got the same situation at Lowndes. There'll some players down there and be able to make some noise.
Oh, yeah, a lot of talent, and it will be interesting to see kind of what Grayson does and who they end up targeting after this.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty popular job. There's a lot of things to deal with over there, but certainly a lot of talent as well. You're going to be able to win a lot of football games.
And the last thing we've got today is former Lanier coach Corey Mobbs is going to be back coaching in the area.
Yeah, it's good that Corey's one of my good friends. I like him a lot. He's done a great job. He's played high school football at Parkview back in the old days, back when I first started at the newspaper. And he's a guy that's done a good job at Lanier. He was a head coach at Lanier starting in 2014. We're 7 years at Lanier and had a successful run there. Went 58-22, 6 state playoff appearances and 2 region championships. Had some great teams over there, and he left to go to Knoxville, Tennessee Catholic, where he spent the last 2 seasons. And I know he's got a lot of ties down here and probably want to get back home to where he's from. And so it's pretty exciting to see him take over at Jackson County. He's going to be the head coach there. That's kind of a popular growing area where a lot of folks from Gwinnett are moving up that way. So I think he's going to enjoy it there, and have some pretty good football teams as well.
Absolutely. Good for him getting back in the area, and this will be good. It'll be exciting to kind of see how he does and how the new Grayson coach does and all that. Well, Will, I appreciate you coming by. It's always a good time to talk to you, and we'll talk again next week.
Sounds great. Thanks again.
Buddy, you're my best buddy. When things get nutty, you're always there, mon frère.
Encouraging special needs students to become part of the fabric of Jones Middle School has been a priority for Jacelyn Boyce and Ashley Say for more than a dozen years, but the special education teachers have cranked it up a notch for this school year. Boyce, who teaches students with severe and profound intellectual disabilities, and Say, who teaches students with moderate intellectual disabilities, are both firm believers in getting their charges out of the classroom and into the general student population in an effort to improve their sense of belonging at the Buford School by participating in daily activities. Starting 13 years ago with the establishment of the Buddies Club, Boyce and Say developed a host of initiatives to get their students out and about in the halls, and they're constantly seeking out new opportunities for the students to interact with their schoolmates. Buddies Club also includes monthly social events taking place both in and outside of the school walls, with visits to a nearby corn maze and movie theaters as highlights. Other inclusive efforts include having students serve on the student council and as peer leaders, which Say says gives students a chance to develop and display leadership skills and boost confidence alongside their same-age peers. Carmen Smith, a Sugar Hill Elementary School advanced math teacher, has been nominated for the National Life Changer of the Year Award. Sponsored by the National Life Group Foundation, Life Changer of the Year recognizes and rewards the best K-12 educators and school district employees across the U.S. who are making a difference in the lives of students by exemplifying excellence, positive influence, and leadership. Smith was nominated by her friend and neighbor, Nikki Sirocco, for her humility and work in the classroom. Each school year, the Life Change of the Year Award receives hundreds of nominations from all 50 states and the District of Columbia. 18 individual Life Changer of the Year awards will be given during this school year, including 1 grand prize winner who will receive $10,000 to be shared with their school or district, 4 grand prize finalists that will receive $5,000, 10 Life Changer Award winners who will receive $3,000, 1 Spirit Award winner. The award's given to the nominee whose community demonstrates the most support for their nomination, and that winner will receive $5,000. 1 Capstone Award winner, which is given to a nominee retiring at the end of the 21-22 school year. The winner will receive $3,000 to be shared with their school or district. And 1 Spotlight Award winner. That award is given to a nominee in a specific discipline each year, and they receive $5,000. And now here are 5 events for you to get out there and go to this weekend.
Hello, Gwinnett County. It is a beautiful January weekend here in 2023. And here are 5 things for you to get out there and go to this weekend. For additional events, head over to the Gwinnett Daily Post community calendar. First up, Eddie Owen Presents and Red Clay Music Foundry has Randall Bramblett Band. Randall Bramblett is respected for his songwriting. He penned the title track for the Grammy-nominated Blind Boys of Alabama's new album, adding to a long catalog of songs covered by Rate, Greg Allman, Bonnie Bramlett, Hot Tuna, Delbert McClinton, Betty LaVette, and more. But it's Bramblett's own career as a frontman, creating 11 albums where his artistry is on display. This event is Saturday night at 8 p.m. For more information, head over to EddieOwenPresents.com. Over in Norcross, it's the First Friday concert tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Norcross Cultural Arts Center. The Grains of Sand Band from Athens, Georgia is a 7-member band consisting of a 3-piece horn section followed by a lead and backup vocalist. They will entertain you with soul, R&B, and beach music. First Friday concerts run from October to April and are always a popular night out in the Cultural Arts and Community Center. Seating is limited and it's first come, first serve. Doors open at 6 p.m. For more information, head over to norcrossga.net. Tomorrow and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., it's Repticon Atlanta. Repticon Atlanta is a reptile event featuring vendors offering reptile pets, supplies, feeders, cages, and merchandise, as well as live animal seminars. For more information, head over to repticon.com/Georgia/Atlanta. This event will be at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds Expo Center in Lawrenceville. Today and tomorrow at 10 a.m., at the Hudgens Center for the Arts, there's an exhibition with the works of Tom Francis. You can view the works of Tom Francis, who was a finalist for this year's $50,000 Hudgens Prize. This event is at the Hudgens Center for the Art in Duluth. For more information, head over to thehudgens.org. And what better way to cap off your weekend than with a little Sunday afternoon hockey featuring your Atlanta Gladiators and the in-state rival, the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Not only will it be a fun rivalry game, but you can celebrate the Lunar New Year with the Glads. The team will be wearing special Lunar New Year themed jerseys that will be auctioned off after the game. For more information and for tickets, head over to atlantagladiators.com. And don't forget, coming up later this week, it will be $5 Wednesday with the Atlanta Gladiators. Every Wednesday this season, you can enjoy $5 tickets. This game's $5 ticket offer will be brought to you by Streetwise. Fans are encouraged to bring canned goods to donate to the organization, support the Glads, and support a great cause as the Glads take on the South Carolina Stingrays on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Hopefully some of these events piqued your interest, and maybe I'll see you out there this weekend. Have a safe and fun weekend, Gwinnett County. I'm community reporter Matt Golden.
Why talk to Tom M. Wages Funeral Home Service today? You remove the financial and emotional stress from your loved ones. On the worst day of their lives, your family doesn't need to add financial stress to the pain of loss. You protect them. A pre-funded, pre-arranged funeral allows your family to grieve and mourn without the worry of how to pay. Plus, the peace of mind you have knowing everything is taken care of is priceless. Don't leave the worry and stress to your loved ones. Take care of your funeral prearrangements now. Let the family service professionals at Tom M. Wages in Snellville or Lawrenceville help you. Call Tom M. Wages today at 770-978-3200 or email jim@wagesfuneralhome.com. Tom M. Wages, the most respected and requested funeral home in Gwinnett County.
Huddle up, everyone. Hi, I'm Peggy Slappy from Peggy Slappy Properties. Just like every good quarterback needs an offensive line, every home buyer and every home seller needs a good professional realtor on their side to keep them from getting sacked. Our trusted team of PSP Realtors has been helping Gwinnetians buy and sell homes for over 40 years, and we'd love to help you. Call the winning play. Come by our office today or see us online at psponline.com. A winning team for 40 years and counting.
It's hockey time in the A. The Atlanta Gladiators return to Gaetz South Arena for another season of huge hits, incredible goals,
lands down for Oliver. Oliver shoots and rebound loose. They score!
And wild celebrations. Head over to atlantagladiators.com to get your tickets today as we celebrate 20 years of Atlanta Gladiators hockey. The Atlanta Gladiators, Atlanta's hockey team.
Again, Kylie gets it back. Near side Vitelli. He shoots and scores!
Thanks again for listening to today's Gwinnett Daily Post Podcast. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode and share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, Executive Director. Jacob Sutherland, Director. Matt Golden, News Director. Chin Ray Zhang, Director Producer. And Jason Gentarola, Audio Producer. All rights reserved.